Welcome back to Rally America for our third and final event today. We're in Wellsboro, northern Pennsylvania, for the 31st annual Susquehannock Trail Performance Rally, STPR for short. Top 8 in championship points are headed to the X Games. Now let's go to Natalie.
At the end of this rally, we're going to know who has qualified for the X Games, but nobody needs more points than Matt Iorio and Paul Chouinier. Now, coincidentally, they're the only ones entered who have ever won this rally before.
There's a little bit of pressure to repeat the performance from last year, but that's a good thing. You know, it pumps you up. It really makes you want to bring it to the next level.
I think the weather is going to play into effect, and experience is going to be a big factor today.
And 3 potential spoilers, Natalie. Irishman Seamus Burt, always fast, STPR veteran. Otis Demeters has run all season long, could easily top Loggeman for the last qualifying spot. And then there's the current Canadian rally champion, but I'll let Natalie tell you about him.
Guys, I have to admit a little bias on this one. Antoine Lestage has a Hyundai Tiburon capable of winning this event. And we just came off a big win last week in Alberta, Canada. That's right, I said we because I'm his co-driver.
STPR is a one-day event, but it's a long day. 10 special stages, 128 miles competitive driving with 4 service breaks. It'll be well past midnight before it's over. Weather is always a factor, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful and sunny right now, but we're expecting thunderstorms this afternoon. Now, the roads here at STPR can get really slippery in that. We're expecting everything. Who knows what we're going to get? Fog, rain, sun. We're waiting for it all, even dust. Now, NASCAR wouldn't run in this, but we're rally guys.
Andy Pinker takes the ceremonial start in Wellsboro with a little burst of acceleration for the fans. He'll slow right down, though, or he'll get a ticket. All the rules of the road, including speed limits, apply on the transit.
As the fans pour into the spectator areas, Travis Pastrana checked tire pressures and found they had a left front tire going down. Just 3 minutes until they start, and they have to change a tire.
Since moving over to the Sims team and securing sponsorship from Jack Daniels, Australian Andy Pinker has become the driver to beat in the number 5 Subaru.
Tightens over bridge. Into right 4-.
Pastrana and Edstrom roll up to the start line just in time. Their adrenaline must be pumping, and they haven't even started yet. They're the defending Rally America and X Games champions, but they've had a run of bad luck recently and need to regain their winning form to get their championship campaign back on track.
Points leader Ken Block had his pre-rally adventures too. Yesterday, in the practice stage, he wrapped his race car around a tree. Now, the team quickly brought in his Stunt Junkies monster jump car from Vermont. An all-night session got the car ready, but co-driver Gelsomino was told to sit this one out. Filling in will be U.S. rally legend and 11-time champion John Buffum, the rally master.
It's as good as it's and probably better than it's ever been. In the early and mid 80s, we had a lot of manufacturers involved, and it was quite good. In the early 2000s, there were a lot of competitors all of a sudden, but then they went away as money got tight. And now we have Subaru, ESPN coming on now, the X Games. This is all very, very good for the sport to get the word to the younger generation. Racing's boring. You're running a racetrack that has 10 or 12 corners on it. You're doing each one of these 10 or 12 corners 100 times. So you have 1,200 corners, depending on how long the race is. In rallying, you're only doing each of these corners only once. So you have 12,000 corners one time. And then you throw the weather into that, and there's even more challenge. I'm showing my age here, but 30 or 40 years ago, Wheaties, they didn't used to have sports figures on the bucks. They had a saying that champions are made, not born, but I don't think that's right. You don't teach Tiger Woods how to play golf. You don't teach Roger Federer how to play tennis. And that's something they're born with. It allows them to be great champions and not just really good. Doug Shepard, who used to be my co-driver, if he had continued back in the late 80s and 90s, job, family, he couldn't continue. But if he had, I think he would have been really, really good. Paul, my stepson, again, he did a great job here. If he had ever had the money, he might have been able. He has something. Tanner Faust, I don't know. Maybe. It's not true that if somebody's good in a low-powered car, they'll be good in a high-powered car. That's not true. Travis, a young guy. He certainly has a fantastic feel of where the edge is when you're sliding sideways, whether it's on 2 wheels or 4 wheels. And that's something, again, that's hard to teach somebody. It's that seat of the pants feel that gives you that little extra bit. And we'll see. I mean, he has a chance here.
That sac de patates name is a rally joke. Buffum once said he could drive just as fast with a sack of potatoes in the co-driver's seat. That's a remark he'll never live down.
Ken Block's miserable weekend continued. 6th fastest on the first stage. He coasted to a halt on stage 2 with fuel trouble.
We just seem to have lost fuel pressure. The engine's just not getting any fuel, so it's been a bit of a struggle this weekend.
Tanner Faust is at a drifting event this weekend, so Andy Pinker is solo on the Sims team. After 2 stages and 17 miles, he leads by 4.5 seconds.
Care, turn left 5. Loose 20, turn right 2 over crest. 100.
Right 2 minus right here, T-bridge.
The Canadian champions Antoine Lestage and Natalie Richard are staying close to Pinker in their red Tiburon.
Here, small crest into tricky, right 4 plus, into bridge, tarmac, tricky, right 4 plus, into left 3 plus, gravel 100.
The stars of Olympus, Lagaman and Mark Williams. Look at the speed and how close those trees are to the side of the road.
The fan favorite and probably the reason for rallying's resurgence, Travis Pastrana, putting on a show in 4th place.
Caution, turn right 1 uphill, 250. Right 1 uphill.
After 3 stages, Pinker has won 2 and leads by 9.2 seconds over Lestage. Lagaman won stage 3. Travis had a string of 4th fastest times. Coming up next is a Pennsylvania rally tradition, the Subaru Splash.